Hi, I'm Mike Massey. I've been playing pool for many years now and also teaching. And I've come to realize after many years of playing that a lot of shots are missed because of miss hits on the cue ball. Now, lots of times people think they're hitting the center of the cue ball and they're not. They hit a little left or a little right of center. Now what happens if you do this, there's something called deflection. So if I hit the left side of the cue ball doesn't go straight. It's going to deflect a little bit to the right. So the farther the cue ball travels, the more it's going to be off target line by the time it hits the object ball. So lots of shots are missed because of this. And even the pros, most pros don't even know where the center of the cue ball is. So by knowing this, I've designed something called the Mike Massey Sure Stroke. And what this does, this teaches you where center is. You have to hit center when you put this on your tip and practice the drills that I've designed for this DVD. You have to hit center. If you hit off center, you're going to miss cue. So what it does, it teaches you exactly where the center of the cue ball is. So once you know exactly where the center is, you know where left English is and right English is. And also it would teach you to focus more. And if there's any flaws in the stroke, like lots of players when they shoot, the cue comes around like this, especially amateurs, they have flaws in the stroke. And if you have a flaw in the stroke, you're going to miss cue. So now you're going to stroke straighter. It'll teach you how to stroke straighter. So this is, it's pretty simple, but it works. And I actually have some pros using it to teach them. I won't mention any names, but there's some pros that's using this because they know how important it is to hit the center of the ball. So what I'm going to do is show you how to apply this on your cue, and then I want you to look at the drills. Also on the DVD, I'm going to teach you about tangent lines for position play. Most players understand the tangent lines, the top players, and this is really going to help you. And by using this on short shots, you'll see that the cue ball is going to follow that tangent line. So when you practice the shots using this, you're going to be amazed, and it's going to really help you focus a lot. And I guarantee your game's going to be improved. You're going to be pocketing those long straight-in shots more, and that's what this is all about. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to apply the Sure Stroke to your cue. But also, first I want to show you the difference in the beginners and the advanced. Okay, now if you notice, the beginners is shaped about like a nickel. It's not quite as, it's got a roundness, but it's about like a nickel. Okay, and the advanced is very round. It's like a half a circle here, see? So this is much more difficult to hit center with the advanced than it is with the nickel. So that's why I designed this one here is for beginners and low skill level players, like 2s and 3s, APA, 2s and 3 players. And this is for your advanced players and also your pro players. These are made a little over 13 millimeters, just a hair over 13 millimeter, which actually makes it fit really good on a 13 millimeter cue. So I'm going to show you how to apply, like this is a 13 millimeter here. So what I'm going to do is show you this. You just place it on just like this, push it on. You want it all the way down, as far as you can go, and it's nice and tight. So this 13 millimeter fits perfect. Okay, now most players most cues most players use a little under 13 millimeter, even always down to even a 12 millimeter. This one here is probably a 12 and a half or so. And so if you notice, it's too loose, right? It's going to come off. So all you have to do is take some paper. Now since this one's probably 12 and a half millimeter, we take about a 3-inch paper, about a 1/2 inch wide, just fold it a few times. Okay. And you just take this, place this just right over the tip, just like this right here. So simple. Okay. Now you take your Sure Stroke, and take it and push it. Just push it right on there, just like that. Now that's just as tight as the other one. Okay, so it's nice and tight, and it's got to be, because if it don't, if it's not nice and tight, it could come off, or there's gonna be a lot of vibration. And so now it's ready. All you got to do is practice the drills I showed you and have fun. Okay, now what I'm going to do is demonstrate the importance of being able to hit the center of the cue ball, and I'm going to show you what happens when you're just a little bit off center. First, I'm going to shoot center between the balls, hitting the center of the cue ball. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is aim at the target, and as though I'm shooting center on the cue ball as my aiming, but I'm going to put a touch of left English, and let's see what happens. Okay. When I put a touch of left English on the cue ball, I aimed the same way, but the cue ball went to the right. That's called deflection. Okay, now what happens lots of times is a player thinks they're hitting the center of the cue ball, but they put unwanted English. They hit the left or they hit the right side of the cue ball, and it causes the cue ball to veer to the left or to veer to the right. And what my sure stroke would teach you how to know where center is and to hit the center of the cue ball. So I'm going to set up actually a long straight in now and do the same thing and show you why lots of shots are missed because they think they're hitting the center of the cue ball and they're not. Okay, here I have a long straight in setup, straight in shot. Cue ball is about 4 feet or so from the object ball. And I'm going to shoot it by hitting center ball first. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you the importance of being able to hit the center of the ball. And then I'm going to show you what happens when I don't hit the center of the cue ball. But first we're going to shoot a center shot and just try to make the ball. Okay, dead straight in, right? Now I've set exactly the same shot up. I'm going to aim straight, but I'm going to move the tip over about a half a tip, put a little left English, and look what happens. Okay, I put left English on the cue ball that time intentionally just to show you what happens when you put unwanted English. But lots of times people think they're hitting the center and they hit the left side of the cue ball, and that's why you missed the ball, because the cue ball, when I put the left English, deflected over to the right. If I put right English, it deflects to the left. Okay, and especially if you don't know you're doing it, you don't compensate for it, so the ball, you're going to miss the shot. I'm going to shoot with the sure stroke and show you the exaggeration of what happens when you use a sure stroke. Okay, now we're going to set up the shot the same way. You notice I'm using my target rings here because you want to make sure it's set up exactly the same way every time. So I'm using my sure stroke this time, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to put just a touch of left English like before, and watch what happens. Okay? Now you notice that was really, really exaggerated, and I'm just a little bit off center, you know. Now this time I'm going to try to shoot center. Okay, now on the last shot I hit dead center. With the sure stroke, if you don't hit dead center, it's exaggerated. The cue ball is going to really squirt to the right or the left. And that's what the sure stroke is. That's the purpose, is to train you to hit the dead center of the cue ball. You know, like I said, everything's exaggerated. But if you're, you know, even with your regular tip, if you're a little bit off, you won't miss the shot. And if you shoot the shot with your regular tempo and you're a little bit off, you don't know it. You know, it doesn't squirt, this exaggerates everything, but with your regular tempo, you don't know it. So you're missing shots. You think you're hitting the center of the ball, and you're not hitting the center of the ball. And that's what it's all about. That's why that's what this is for, to teach you to hit the center of the ball. Hello, I'd like to introduce you to Brittany Sharp. Brittany's going to help us with the